Have you heard about Mode by Weverse yet? Because it seems like it's getting rolled out pretty quietly, but it's really interesting and exciting for US fans, and I think more people should be talking about it right now. It rolled out last night around 2 a.m. It looks like it's going to be a phased rollout. So right now it's only rolled out for Enhypen, but it sounds like they're going to be rolling out different product lines for different artists over time. We first heard about it when somebody in our community who got a Weverse package recently, they had a little card inside with a QR code, and it took them to this countdown that just said Mode by Weverse is launching in 11 days or something. So I went and checked it out this morning. They said it was exclusive merch for US fans. And so at first we were like, okay, this must be a way that they're getting around the Schmeris. I don't know if I'm allowed to say it. This must be that they're moving their production for the US into the US so that they don't have to pay import fees and customers don't have to pay import fees because that's going to make them less likely to buy if it's shipping from Korea. So that's really smart of them, right? And here's the thing. Part of what I find so interesting about being a K-pop fan, especially in the US, is following what the companies do, and particularly Hybe. There are some smart people working there. They always seem to be, if not maybe a step ahead, but they always seem to be right in line with what the market needs. There's some clever people, and it's really interesting watching what they do. At first, we anticipated it was a reaction to that, and it may still be. But in this case, what it is it's solving a few other problems. What we learned today, now that it's rolled out, is that it's print on demand. It's not just stuff that's printed in the US in bulk, it's print on demand, or at least that's how it appears. So that's solving a couple of problems. First, it solves the Schmeref issue, where we just had somebody this morning say that they got a Weverse package and they had to pay like $40 of fees on it. And they didn't know why, and we had to explain it's because they got rid of the exemption for low-value packages to encourage people to buy US. I understand why, I just don't like it. So it handles that issue. It also handles an issue that people have complained a lot about, which is sizes. A lot of the shirts that you could buy through Weverse only went up to a large or an XL, and even then, some of the sizing was not necessarily comparable to what we're used to. From what I've seen, the shirts go up to at least a 3XL. And I think that part of why they're able to do that is because it's print on demand. They're testing the market for the sizes without having to take the risk of buying that stock. It also allows them to sell more designs. I noticed in what's available for the Enhypen shop so far, which is Halloween themed, it's so cute. They have bias-specific designs. So they have one that's like stuff for each member. So they're tapping into the market for people who want bias-specific merch, again, without having to buy all those things and stock them, not knowing how much of each one will sell. And also the price. So I went and just did some math comparison. So the short sleeve shirts in the Enhypen shop were $36. The shipping on them was only $4 or $5, which is great. And the sales tax will, of course, vary by where you live. So the total cost there is $40 to, let's say $43, depending on sales tax. Versus I went and checked in the BTS shop for some tour shirts, and that shirt was $50 plus $17 of shipping. That one did ship from within the US, so you wouldn't pay Schmeref on it, but you'd still have to pay sales tax. So that would put you in the $67 to $70 range. Some of the shirts, like I looked, they had some In the Sun shirts, those shipped from Korea. So on those, you'd pay, I think that one was listed at $36, but then you'd pay somewhere around 50% of that as a tariff. So then you're at, I don't know, somewhere near $50. I can't math in my head. And then you pay shipping on top of that. So, that sucks. So it really, they're trying to make this stuff more affordable for people. Yeah. So keep an eye out. Like I said, so far they only have Enhypen merch in the Mode by Weverse shop, but it seems like they're going to be rolling it out. And again, it's unclear if they're going to keep every line out forever, or it seems like it might be kind of seasonal. So like this one's Halloween, they'll probably get rid of it in a month or two. And I think that's really cool. I think it gives us more access to stuff at a better price. It's probably going to ship to you faster. I know sometimes Weverse packages, by the time it arrives, you forget what you bought. So clever. And also I must plug, if you're interested in print on demand or unofficial fan-made merch, we have a shop at Army Project 529 with designs that me and Christina, one of our admin team members, make. We work really hard on them, and our goal is to make them both beautiful and kind of covert so that you know what you're wearing and other Army would recognize it, but it's not quite so obvious to everyone else. If you get a chance, please check it out at ap529.com/links.